Okay, so step by step, you have to go step by step. And why love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul is so important, and why that's the greatest commandment. I always get to a point where I deprive myself of worship music or listening to sermons and things like that. And I just kind of walk around in the world. I'm still listening to the Spirit all the time. But I know there's something else I could be doing. I know I could be in God's presence. And when I reach the point where I'm like, God, can I love you more? God, can I love you more? God, can I love you more? Then I know I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And everything else, the Spirit lines up for me. The Spirit puts everything in perfect timing to where it all connects beautifully, to where everything is in place where it needs to be, so that when I arrive, we're all set to go. So I found one last sheep in this facility I was in, and I have an exit date, and I'm finished. It is finished. It's still finished. It will always be finished. But that is the whole point of the law. And what the Pharisees didn't understand was, I was saying, there's no point in having the law if you're not going to obey God. And that's the whole thing that's going on with these doctrines. There's no point in having the doctrines if you're not going to obey God. God speaks to you through the Holy Spirit. I can't intervene with what the Spirit is telling you. I can't do anything because I'm the one telling you. And I can't go against my word, and I can't contradict myself. So you have to read the scriptures, because if I don't line up with the scriptures and I don't line up with what the Spirit is telling you, then that would make me a false prophet and not fit to lead or be followed or trusted. And the Holy Spirit is my voice. So how can I tell anybody something that the Spirit isn't telling them? There would be a disconnect. And that's what builds your faith, because then you know everything is always going to be all right, even if it seems like it's not. So I teach people step by step, starting with speaking. I'm like, don't speak to that person. I get that hurting feelings and all of that can be uncomfortable, but sometimes, as harsh as it's going to sound, it's something I said and it's something I live by. You have to let the dead bury their dead. Because I try and teach people to love, but also be able to love from a distance. Be able to be building the kingdom for Jesus, but also be with the Spirit in God's timing when someone needs you. People don't understand that when you are building a kingdom for Jesus, Jesus is just going to be like, okay, that's perfect. It's for you. I am the author and perfecter of your faith. There's no teacher like me. I don't sit behind podiums. I don't sit behind a desk all day. I make an impact. I change lives. Following the Holy Spirit and loving the Lord your God with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul changes you, because you start doing the things the Holy Spirit tells you to do. Then they become repetition, they become you. All right, I love you.